Derek, we've just had your new captain in Lawrence. Talk us through why you feel he's the man for this role. He obviously did it for you previously.
Yeah, I think obviously, you know, when you're going to a club and you've got to pick a captain, obviously James Tavernier has served the club for a long period and served it well, so there's always this discussion, and it's been something I've been asked about quite a lot since I've been in the job. And I just really wanted to look through the squad really and how everybody was, but the benefit Lawrence had, or advantage Lawrence had, was the fact that I've got evidence of how well he's runs a dressing room, his experience of being a captain at Hearts for a few years now, and you know, there was obviously a lot to consider, but I think a lot of things went in his favour as well. I think he's got the experience. I think we're still quite a young dressing room. He knows the club, and obviously he's not long in before me, but he knows the club in terms of being a Glasgow boy and supported the club. He knows what's expected of him and me and the team this season. So, and obviously I've got a strong relationship, which always helps with these things.
Hearts is obviously a massive club as well. How big a step up is the level of scrutiny and the responsibility that Lawrence will have here?
Yeah, I think it's an important role, whatever club you're at, but I think that, you know, there's similarities in the sense that I felt that Lawrence took a lot on his shoulders at Hearts when things weren't going so well. Last season, this time last year, when I went at Hearts, and obviously he was the existing captain, and I seen no reason to change it after seeing how he was in and around the team. But I do feel that the role now has changed in the sense that I do think we need as many kind of captains underneath him as well. In the sense, you've seen a lot of managers speak about that recently, and I think that, you know, someone to help share the burden. Normally, I used to see it with James Tavernier a lot as well at Rangers, where he would get rolled out after every sore defeat and ones that had a lot of impact, and I just thought that it was always a bit unfair. It was the same guy getting rolled out all the time, and I do think we have to share that load, share the responsibility, both when things are going well and when things aren't going so well. So leaning on a lot of his teammates, key players within that, you know, there's a kind of a leadership team in there within the dressing room that will help him with that. But ideally, you want everybody to be able to deal with the responsibility you just mentioned.
Are you able to confirm who those are? Is it the guys that have been wearing the armband at various times in recent weeks?
Yeah, there's a few. I mean, I'll speak to all the players on that tomorrow. It's just named Lawrence captain today, but there'll be no real surprises with it. You could probably second guess that. I think I'll speak to the players about that first on the meeting tomorrow.
Derek, you said at the weekend that you were hoping to maybe get a couple of names in the door before Friday's match. Where are you in terms of the progress on that?
We'll probably be able to announce one either today or tomorrow, and we're still actively trying to do one more, which is quite an important one for us in terms of position wise. So we haven't given up hope that both lads could be involved for us for going to Dundee on Friday.
Is all left to McInnes, a player that you're interested in, could be coming in the door soon?
Yeah, that's one that is close. Let's say we're pretty close to maybe announcing that. So it'd probably be safe to say that one looks pretty good for us. And there's another one we're still trying to kind of get over the line.
What do you feel all left to add to this team, obviously in a key position?
Well, I think he's another one of a similar profile in terms of the age. He's got a lot of athleticism, he has good potential, and while he's coming from the MLS and then he's coming to a different country and a different type of football, we feel he's got the attributes that can cope with that. I think when you look at us defensively, we're short on numbers, so it's good that we've managed to act quickly to get one in. And we probably still need to look to bring in another couple of defenders before the window closes, but you know, we're a bit light in terms of numbers, and I think getting that kind of resolved this week and hopefully we can announce that tonight or tomorrow, then we're delighted.
You mentioned the lads, Derek, in terms of the position, is that more forward thinking in terms of your mind, in terms of what you need at the top end of the pitch?
Yeah, I think we're really strong in certain areas, and there's some key areas that we need to be bring one or two in.
Can I just ask about outgoings as well? Oliver Antman, a lot of chat around him. Can you bring us up to speed with his situation if you could?
Yeah, I believe a deal's been agreed, and Ollie has travelled to maybe finalise that. But other than that was this morning, so I don't know, or last night. And that kind of, I don't know where it's at beyond that, to be honest, but I'm pretty sure that'll work out for the boy.
So Friday we got underway on the touchline on Friday after the club appealed your ban. Just firstly, how important is that to be there for that first game in the Premiership, and what do you expect as we start this Premiership campaign?
Well, I want to be there because I want to be able to do my job. So obviously we will appeal that. So hopefully it will allow me the appeal to be on the touchline. But no, look forward to it. I think we've got to feel excited about a new season starting. This is a real opportunity for us to kind of start as we need to go on. Obviously it's been well documented that Rangers haven't started the first game of the season well for a number of years, and the cards are dealt as a tough fixture, but it's very rarely you get an easy fixture away from home, and it will be tough going to Tannadice, but it's important that Dundee United have a tougher game than what we're getting, and we've got to turn up on Friday and do our jobs well. So pre-season friendlies serve their purpose. I'm glad it's over with, to be honest, and we can get down to the real stuff. And while we've still got work to do, I'm delighted with some of the work we have managed to do, both in signing players and also the effort the players have put in since we came in. They've worked extremely hard, they've been very willing to listen and do what we're asking of them and putting the work towards them, and they've been really first class in terms of their effort. We just need to help them now as a staff going along, and obviously winning games of football helps, especially with a young team. It's important to give that confidence to them early on, and winning at Dundee United away is a good step for us. So we've got what to do to win the game and expect a tough match regardless.
Just finally for me, just a general squad update for the other guys in terms of injuries, knocks and stuff. Everyone fine and good to go?
Yeah, so Tello, Asgard trained this morning. He obviously came off on Sunday against West Ham, but his shoulder's not causing him any discomfort. So he'll train fully again tomorrow and obviously okay for the game. And Cammy's had a little calf knock, but will fully train tomorrow. Just resisted him making contact, which is a bit hard for him. But he's been doing some work with the physios, doing some ball work on his own, and he'll train fully tomorrow. So the only one's young Scally, who's been out throughout pre-season. Conor Barron's a wee bit behind. He's only had I think 7 or 8 days of pre-season. Conor's had a little knee niggle, didn't allow him to do the pre-season before we went to Spain. Never done anything in Spain really with the team, but he's picked up his work now this week, so Sunday might come too quick for him. And Cifuentes is like an operation inside as well, so other than that we're good to go.
Dragicevic with his reason stuff all clear and good?
He's fine, yeah, we're good to go.
Derek Dragicevic, is he good to go? Everything sorted there? Was that recent? Sorry,
Maria's good to go.
Please speak up, Ronnie.
Sorry, that's my game, I'm starting to worry about
And what about Nico Raskin? Is there any bids coming for him?
Not that I'm aware of, not. Nico's due to arrive late tomorrow. But again, these conversations are between the club and the agent, and whether that's something that comes in, I'm pretty sure we will look at that if it comes in, but nothing as yet.
Okay.
Can I just ask, sorry if that's you done, David, John Suter, is he close to leaving Derek?
I don't know, to be honest. I spoke with Dan, the recruitment team, this morning, and it wasn't mentioned, so I don't know where that's at. John's just been working away brilliantly just to try and keep himself right. But I think he might have one or two options, but I don't know, to be honest.
Is he not one you personally see fitting into your plans here?
Listen, he's in the squad. He's in training with us, and he's in the building. But it's just maybe a situation where John might well look to go elsewhere to get regular football. That's we've had a conversation about that, and I think he's looking at options to explore. But it's got to be somewhere that he wants to go as well.
Final one, just specifically on United, if you would, just the work that Jim's done this summer again, another summer to change. What's your thoughts on what Jim's done up there?
Yeah. Full of admiration for all the Premier League managers, but Jim has obviously done well over a period of time. Very experienced manager, and as such a way now, you see it a lot of times, a lot of turnover for a lot of teams every summer. So he's obviously been able to dip into different ponds and maybe a bit different, whether it's in Eastern Europe and recently maybe a lot of Australian lads, New Zealand boys coming into the team, so he's obviously recruited from different areas, and a lot of clubs do, but he always gets a tune out his teams, and they're always difficult to play against.
Thanks guys.
Thank you.